If you've ever watched a swim meet, you know that move. That super smooth, crazy fast turn at the wall. Well, that's the flip turn. And honestly, it's the secret weapon for speed. Today, we're going to break it all down step by step so that anyone can get this essential skill down. Okay, let's dive in.
So first, let's be really clear about what we're trying to fix. You've got the old way, the open turn, which is like hitting the brakes every time you reach the wall. It just kills all your momentum. And then you've got the fast way, the flip turn. It's this continuous motion that just slingshots you right back down the pool. One stops you, the other keeps you flying. The choice here is pretty obvious, right?
So why even bother with what looks like a kind of complex move? Well, it's all about getting a massive edge, not just in speed, but also in your overall fitness and endurance.
And the benefits are huge. First off, yeah, a flip turn is just way faster, no question. But second, it builds some serious endurance. Think about it. Every time you do an open turn and touch the wall, you're getting a tiny little rest. When you take those brakes away, you force your body to adapt, to get stronger. It allows for completely uninterrupted training, and that is key for your overall fitness, even if you're a triathlete who thinks turns don't matter. Trust me, they do.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how to actually do this thing. The real secret to a great flip turn, it isn't the turn itself. It's about mastering one core skill before you ever get near that wall, and that skill is the somersault.
We're going to build this up piece by piece. First, we're just going to focus on the flip, the somersault, out in the middle of the pool. This way, you can build that muscle memory and get confident without worrying about smacking into a wall. It's all about building a solid foundation first.
We'll kick things off with two really simple drills you can do pretty much anywhere in the pool. First, a standing somersault, just to get the feel of rotating. Then, we'll do a horizontal somersault, which starts to mimic the real thing.
Okay, for the standing somersault, you're just going to be vertical in the water. Use your hands to push water down, and that'll start your rotation forward. Now, the most important part here is to tuck your chin right into your chest and curl up into the smallest, tightest ball you can possibly make. The more compact you are, the faster and easier you're going to spin.
Now, for the next level, the horizontal somersault. I want you to take 3 normal freestyle strokes, but on that third stroke, use the pole to actually drive yourself into the flip. You're leveraging that forward momentum. Tuck into that same type ball and finish the somersault. And hey, make sure you practice starting the turn with both your right and your left arm.
Okay, let's talk about the #1 fear every beginner has: getting a ton of water shot right up your nose. The trick is actually pretty simple. As you're flipping, you're going to gently and continuously blow bubbles out of your nose. It should kind of feel like you're humming. This creates just enough pressure to keep all the water out. Seriously, practice this, and that fear just disappears.
All right, you've mastered the somersault out in open water. You're feeling good, you're feeling confident. Now, it's time. We're taking this new skill to the wall.
To keep this from getting overwhelming, we're going to break the turn down into 3 really simple phases. First, there's the approach into the wall. Second is the flip and getting your feet planted. That's the rotation we just practiced. And finally, the big, powerful push-off from the wall.
So a big question is, how do you know when to start the flip without looking up and totally killing your speed? Well, you use that big black T on the bottom of the lane. In just about every pool, that T is about 5 feet, or a little under 2 meters from the wall. When your head passes that line, that's your signal. Take one last stroke and go right into your turn. As you finish that somersault, your feet are going to land right on the wall. And this quote perfectly describes the goal. You want your feet planted flat and firm, with your toes pointing straight up at the sky. This is the perfect position for an explosive push-off.
So here's your checklist for a perfect push-off. Your feet are planted. Your arms are locked out over your head in a tight streamline. Now this next part is absolutely critical. You push off the wall while you are still on your back. The rotation to your stomach, that happens after your feet have already left the wall, while you're gliding away.
You know what? I'm going to say that again, because this is without a doubt the biggest mistake swimmers make. Do not try to twist your body onto your stomach while your feet are still touching the wall. It just wastes energy and kills all your speed. Push off straight, on your back, then use your core and your kick to smoothly rotate as you glide. Remember, push first, then rotate.
Okay, so you've got all the pieces for a really solid flip turn. Now let's go over a few quick tips to make that turn not just good, but blazing fast.
3 things, that's all you need to remember. 1, the smaller the ball, the less drag, the faster you spin. It's that simple. 2, carry your speed into the wall. Don't slow down or glide in. You got to attack the wall.
And 3, keep your head down. Taking that last second breath right before you turn, it's a momentum killer.
And here's a little physics to back that up. Momentum equals mass times velocity. Now, you can't change your mass in the middle of a lap, but you have 100% control over your velocity. The faster you swim into that wall, the more momentum you're going to have to rocket you out of the turn.
Take a look at this number, 500,000. Any guesses what that is? That is roughly how many flip turns an elite-level swimmer might do in just one season.
And that brings us to the most important point of all. You can understand all the mechanics, you can watch all the videos, but mastery, that only comes from doing it over and over and over again. It all boils down to practice, practice, practice. Every single turn is a chance to get just a little bit better.
So there you have it, the complete guide to the flip turn, from that very first somersault to the tiny details that make you fast. You have all the tools. You have the technique. The only question left is, are you ready to get in the pool and start leaving everyone else behind?